we've been experiencing some technical issues throughout the discussion, but I have managed to add a few more speakers to the list. So if you have the mic, just go straight, speak up, so we can get to hear as many opinions and insights as possible. So this is an open mic session, as you all know. So just anyone request the mic if you have something to say, and if you have the mic, just kindly proceed. Bravin and Edgar, I don't know if you guys had something to say.
Yes, I think there's some people who are actually sending me messages in the DM. So right now we have an open mic. Everyone will be able to get an opportunity to speak. So if you manage to pass your point across, you can just drop back to the listening position so that other people can be able to come up and actually contribute to the conversation. You can have at least 5 minutes, or let's say 3 minutes, so that everyone can speak. And if there'll be extra time and you have more points to speak, we can definitely come back to you. Yeah. So, okay, to create a bit more of an order, you can just put up your hand if you have something to say. Then I'll be able to give you the mic. I think that will be a better and more orderly way to go. So if you finish contributing, then you can just drop to the listening position. Thank you. Edgar, do you have something to say? You can go first. Then after Edgar, I think we can go to, I think the Amenya has spoken. I think he has dropped. I will go to Mkenya Daima, then Brian Osoro. And then I think we have Slippers here, Red. Yeah, in that order. Edgar?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Bravin. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very audible.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I've also been having issues with joining the space because I'm actually using Safaricom internet, and from the look of things, I'm going to drop it today moving forward. So what I just wanted to put across is the fact that we actually need to remain very united for this cause. There are so many distractions that are happening right now, and with the parliamentarians trying to push an agenda, bringing in punitive bills that will make citizens have a mental exhaustion. Because I mean, we are not done with one issue, they bring in another issue. You're not done with the same issue, they bring in another issue. So we really have to have the grit, the mental grit to deal with everything at once. Because I mean, we are not talking even about our kids that disappeared, our kids that were banned in dormitories. They've already brought in some punitive GMO bills. They've brought in bills that do not in any way or in any case represent the interest of the people. So it's just an urge and a clarion call that we need to remain very focused, and the government will try so much to bring in the distractions that we've seen. There are so many distractions so that you get exhausted. In as much as you have the anger, you get exhausted. Because I mean, this same government rolls out chief, which is very unconstitutional. They do not do a proper public participation. Even the Adani deal, they don't do proper public participation. But when it comes to impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, they want to make it as if it's our business to be there and to be able to have an opinion on the same. You understand? And when William Ruto was handpicking Rigathi Gachagua, it took at least 12 hours for William Ruto to settle on Gachagua, because there were so many suitable candidates that William Ruto was with in the boardroom at the time. There was Anwe Guru, Kithure Kindiki, and so many other people. But he went ahead and decided to pick Rigathi Gachagua. So the fact that he picked Rigathi Gachagua and they have been in this government together, and Rigathi has been doing whatever he has been doing, and now they are coming back to us and telling us that Rigathi is bad and Rigathi is a tribalist and all that. That is some shit and some bullshit that we really do not care. And for Rigathi is actually playing an emotional card, trying to actually go with the same script that William Ruto did back then, so that he can at least get some sympathy. So our main issue is not even regarding Gachagua being impeached or William Ruto. If they have to go, they have to go, all of them. No two ways about it. Our main issue is, the living standards are very high. Unemployment is like skyrocketing. Our food systems is very, very bad in terms of the GMO. Once we open the doors for GMOs in this country, our food system is very bad. So the issue of regarding Gachagua and the media, I really want to call out the media. That's why when you see the likes of Cyprian Nyakundi is actually doing a very good job that the mainstream media cannot do in terms of telling people the truth. The mainstream media is positioned to push a certain government agenda. That's why I'm not afraid to call out the Star. You cannot be coming here, the Star newspaper. The editor of the day, I don't want to mention your name. You might be on. You might be on this space. You come on. You actually tell your people on the digital desk to post fake photos of Adani when JKI is taken over. What agenda do you have with such postings? The media is positioned to feed us with what they want us to consume. So it is very censored. They are not telling us the real truth. They are not telling us so many things. So we really have to be on the watch out, and we really have to remain focused. Thank you so much, Bravin, and that is, I submit.
Thank you so much, Edgar. I'm Kenya Daima.
Thank you, Bravin, for the opportunity. Mine is just straight to the point. There has been so many distractions that have happened in the last few days. One is things like impeachment. I think we have no business in impeachment. Whether Rigathi wants to shoot Ruto or Ruto shoots Rigathi, that's totally not our business. The reason why I'm here is imagine we have a bigger business to attend to, which is the chief and Stop Adani, and we need to involve ourselves. That's why I created the open source project called Stop Adani, and imagine all the people who are either you are a lawyer, you are a software engineer, both the back end and front end engineers, and also analysts, to join the Discord channel where we are doing the development of Stop Adani. We need to, in order to kick Adani, we need serious commitment. And this serious commitment is not going to be there just because we come here and say stop Adani. We need to take measures. And since the only thing that we have right now is our skills, and that's the thing that we are going to use to be able to stop Adani. We have to go the Australian way. They had their own platform, stopadani.com. And when I went to purchase their domains, I realized stopadani.com is taken, but I've taken stopadani.africa and stopadani.co.ke. And I set up the project. It's an open source project. We are urging everyone to come on board to be able to help us in building this platform. So guys, we cannot afford to complain each and every day without taking an action. So if something is exposed, if Amenya has exposed something, or Amerix has exposed something, or Edgar or Cyprian, then we have to look at what action we can take to make sure that we are not just making noise, because it is all going to be making noise if we can't take action. We can spend so much time talking about impeachment, but it's unnecessary to us. That is not supposed to be our concern. So if you have the skill, I've shared it on the Jumbotron. Kindly you can join us and help us to be able to build this. A team of lawyers, team of software engineers, and also a team of analysts, and also researchers. And also, if you have vested interest and you can share some intel, we are developing a way that you can be able to share that intel anonymously. So that's all I'm urging. And these things are personal matters. Stop Adani, these are things that are personal. Reject shift, these are personal things that are affecting us in real life. So we shouldn't just be, it's about making noise and not taking action. No, guys, imagine everyone, let's take action. Stop looking at yourself and saying, what can I do? If you have any skill, that is what we want you to contribute to this cause, and not just this cause and any other cause that is there. But if we just focus on making noise, I think we are not going anywhere. It will just be noise. Tomorrow, what will let us do another thing just to distract us. Another day they bring, another thing, and we'll never be able to focus on the real issues. So I'm going to urge you, each and everyone, just focus. Watching in a distraction mingi, because I think we Kenyans, we have a problem with attention. Impeachment ikitokea, we are all there. That is not our business. And sorry, I have to say this. I didn't know why likes of Casmuel and the likes of Morara, why they were at Bomas. I didn't get the reason for them being there, because the impeachment of Kinagashagwa, it's not our business. We can't let the political class set the agendas for us. Let's be the people who are setting our own agenda, whereby we understand our problems. Ama, you guys don't understand your problems, because by now you already know that Shiv is a problem. You already know Adani is the problem. And when we are making all this noise, you're not realizing that not only that Adani is taking the airport, it's already taken the Mombasa port. That is the information that is there. When we are all doing team focusing on Rigadi and all, Adani was taking over other places. And not only Adani, and these are not Adani, this is Ruto just doing state capture. There is no Adani in real case. This is just Ruto. And that's something we need to wake up and realize that we can't be fixed on things that are necessary. That's all I wanted to say for today, Bravin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kenya Daima. You are doing a very, very great job. So if you are on this space and you want to do us a favor, I think there is a post at the top of this what can I call it, space on the Jumbotron. Kindly just go and retweet that, and it will help to get or reach to more people. I think he has shared it at the top, and if you can be able to support him, just follow what he has said, and I think we'll be fine. The next person will be Brian Osoro. After Osoro, we'll go to just for the sake of having the voices of women of the space, I think we'll also go to Rebecca, and then after that we'll go to John, then we'll go back again to Ray. I think that order will create us at least some time before it's called Brightham. I think I pronounced that well. Then after that, we'll bring other people on board so that you can also share. Osoro, you can proceed.
Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so I'll try to be as fast as I can, and I realize that Esha and Chief is what is very pertinent at the moment, but I would take a different stance on it. Okay, in the same light, but my viewpoint is okay. I come from a software background. And I really found it interesting that, because ideally before you launch, or you go live, you ought to have all stakeholders, in line and understanding what the system is. And then even, other than that, you also need to have run stress tests and etc. I knew of a few people who work there, in the IT department, and even them, they seemed confused that, it's like they woke up in the morning and it's like everything was off. So it's like the government decided to switch off NHIF and switch on SHA and SHIF, and this was mainly a PR exercise by the UDA-led government. At first, when it came to me, I could not believe that a president, can steep that low. In fact, I thought I was overthinking. But the more I started looking into things like case management, claims management, onboarding, it never made sense. And I think it was at that moment when, of course, I know, the guy is shady. But there was something that, I don't know why I thought that he could not go to that level and get to that level. So October 1st, it was it's what they had set up as UDA and etc. So the launch as a party was more important than, the patients. And then, you'd have people like David D and Moses Kuria describe. In fact, it's in his tweets on David D, where he would talk of he paints a picture of a lot of cartels that had infiltrated NHIF, and he even says that those cartels, we could not remove them as government. And because we could not remove them, we have to introduce something new. And then, okay, the language he was using, any Kenyan who's not keen enough or slow enough like me to, to listen what somebody is saying and what the reality is to sort of decipher, will actually believe what you're saying. But in reality, if you look at how a hospital is onboarded on NHIF, I think there are doctors here, they can tell you, it is so elaborate. It is not something that, it's not like registering for an Instagram or X or, I don't know, TikTok account. It is very elaborate. How a claim is made is very elaborate. And this money, it's not paid at cash, at your chinyamaji, no. It's sent to a bank account. So when you have a government that says that, there's a lot of infiltration by the cartels who are stealing, and you're like, okay, I'm not disputing that people are not stealing from NHIF, but you have the evidence. Like there's a trail. Money came from this, whatever, was sent from NHIF to this hospital. You can follow those people. Banks do not register accounts without, they have that process called KYC. So anyway, I think it was at that moment when I realized that indeed this thing is a scam. I knew it was a scam, but I'm one person who takes time to really look at the underlying details, and then I feel like that's more helpful. So that when you come on a public platform like this, people can actually understand that this is not political. This is something that it's like painting a picture of what is real and what is not real. Anyway, other than that, if you can allow me, I would like to speak about the whatever it is that is happening, especially with the Gen Zs. And when you talk of they need guidance and etc. This is what I'll say, and maybe I've been saying it for a very long time. Structure, organization is very key. It made sense for Gen Zs not to be leaderless, at that time, because people are afraid that whoever presented themselves as leaders would be compromised by the leadership. But I think we are past that. Right now, it's more of action plans, goals, objectives, and etc. And I feel like that is what is missing. But I like what Wanjiru and the other people here, what they're trying to do. I feel like it's okay for Gen Zs to, or let me not even say Gen Zs, for Kenyans to, at their own levels, capacities, and places to coalesce and sort of have a structure. And there's Kenya Daima has talked of open source. This is actually how, many software projects have been built, where you have people from all over the world coming together with a single idea of building something that never existed. You have the Linux Foundation. You have there are so many different projects. I feel like this movement can pick, whereby each and every person know what they understand what they need to do, and there's moderation. There's a lot of there are channels of communication. For instance, Casmuel ought to have understood that Gen Zs don't appreciate leaders who talk, with the current leadership. But now you see, since there's no structure, that is very blunt, and maybe I'm not trying to hold this brief, but I'm just trying to explain what might have happened and why I think it's good to have structure.
Yes, please summarize so that you can at least
Okay. And now as I wound up, I would like to finalize with numbers. 2022, the number of people who are to register of the demographic of 18 years and 24 years, there were 8 million people. ABC was expecting to register 8 million people, most of whom their age were ranging from 18 to 24 years. Only 2 million of those registered. The 6 million did not register. And from those 2 million, less than 1.5 voted. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because, yes, Ruto is afraid of Gen Zs, but he does not see them as a threat when it comes to elections. He's afraid that, they can burn the town and etc. He looks at numbers. That's why he can pick Joho, he understands the numbers that Joho can bring. I feel like, in as much as, yes, we could be fighting them on the streets, IEBC needs to be something we also need to look at. Okay, asante sana.
Thank you so much for your contribution. The next speaker on the panel will be Reba. I think Reba was the one supposed to follow. Reba? Okay, if she's not yet ready, I think we can go to John, because John was a bit earlier.
Hi, sorry, I'm here.
Okay, proceed. Then John will come after.
Sure thing. So, guys, I'm grateful for this platform, Amerix. While I have never shared your sentiment, I think the movement has brought us together, and I'm glad that we're here. Nelson, if you're here, I know it's not going to be easy, but we have your back. And guys, this movement was never going to be easy. I wish Morara was here, but Morara, whenever you're listening, wherever you are, we have your back. We were thirsty for somebody who was going to speak up for the movement outside, X, and Vampires came along, and here we are. I'm sorry what happened to you, Abomas, but as somebody said somewhere, politics is not easy. But one thing you need to know is, we have your back. And to all Kenyans, because at this point it's not about Gen Zs, it's about all of us as Kenyans, because we are tired. Like, Punda amechoka. And at the end of it all, guys, I'm grateful that as a nation, we are at a point that we know it is not going to be as business as usual. It can never be and will not be. So, guys, political sides, we are in this together, and here we are. Over to you.
Thank you so much. John, you're the next speaker, and if you have already spoken, kindly just drop to the listening panel so that I can be able to add more people to also contribute. If you want to come back, you can definitely request the mic again. John.
Bravin?
Yes.
Bravin, please drop me from the speaker's panel. I can't figure it out. I am not a Gen Z or a millennial.
Okay, it's okay.
Thanks.
So first, I want to talk about. I want to pick from Kenyans. We need to have a conversation behind the tent. Thank you very much, buddy. I think we can build and make what you're doing better. Then the next thing is just to implore us to remain focused. Please, forget about the fight. The cause is bigger than we can ever exhaust. Kila mtu inject to kivyake. Don't fight someone who is injecting with claims that, this one has been paid or no. Let everyone inject in their own way. Do not distract us, and do not try to gag the other person. What I can ask you, let us keep off politics. We know what we need to focus on. If you are keen on Adani, inject. If you are keen on shift, inject. If you are keen on university funding model, inject. If you are only keen on something else,